Alright, hello everybody. We are going to be working on problem set lesson 20 problem set from module 5. This is from the 4th grade Eureka Math curriculum. So the objective that we have for today is to be able to add and subtract fractions with denominators that are not the same. They're similar but not the same. So, we've done a lot of work with adding 4/5 plus 1/5 equals 5/5. Okay. Or 4/5 minus 3/5 equals 1/5. Okay. But the denominators have always been the same. Even when we had mixed numbers that we were working with, if we had 1 and 1/3 minus 2/3 equals, well, we took the 1 and 1/3 and we made it 3/3 and 1/3, and that equaled 4/3. So then we could say 4/3 minus 2/3 equals 2/3. But still, the denominators are still the same. We're still in the same unit fraction. So now, if we took, for example, if we have one banana and we add one banana, we can say we have two bananas. But if we have one banana plus one orange, what does that equal? Okay. We can't say that we have one banana orange, because that's not what it is, or two banana orange. We don't have two banana orange. We have one banana and one orange. But we need to add those together. And we're going to rename that. And it's going to equal to fruit. But we renamed it to fruit. We have to do the same thing with our fractions when we are renaming unlike fractions, when they are not the same denominator, when they're not the same unit fraction. So, for example, if we have 1/3 and we want to add 1/6, well, they're not the same, so we can't just add across and say it's 2 something, because they're not the same unit fraction. But I can draw a tape diagram that's broken up into thirds. I can draw another tape diagram, and that tape diagram's broken up into 6. Okay, so this is 1/6, and this is 1/3. Now, what could I do to make them the same? Well, yes, I could add lines here to make this 1/3 become 2/6, and this is 1/6. So I could add 2/6 plus 1/6, and that equals 3/6. Okay. Another method of doing this is we could take 1/3. We have 1/3 and 1/6. Well, I'm looking at the denominators. I want to make this an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 6. We've done this before. So, what would I multiply that by to make a denominator of 6? So 3 times 2 equals 6. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 1 times 2 equals 2. So we have 2/6. So now we can say we have 2/6 plus 1/6 equals 3/6. Because this is the same as this. We showed that with a picture here. we showed it numerically here. Whichever method works for you is what I want you to do. I'm going to do both as we go through this problem set. Okay, so let's move on to the problem set. Letter A, 1/4 plus 1/8. They've already outlined this for us. And here's your 1/4, and here's your 1/8. And then they broke this up into eighths. So we have 2/8. 2/8 plus 1/8 equals 3/8. If we were to do that, oh, I guess they gave you some room here to do it. But if we were to do that numerically, we have 1/4 times, we need something to make it into eighths because we have a 4 and an 8. And I know I can take 4 times 2 to make 8. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. You end up with the same answer. 2/8 and 2/8. So this is your ultimate equation. Okay, so here I have 1/4. So I'll do the tape diagram with 1/4. And then I need another tape diagram with 1/12. Okay, so that's halves, that's fourths. And if I split my fourths into 3 columns, I will have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I split my fourths into 3 spots. So I have 1/12 here, I have 1/4 here. Now I need to split my 1/4 up into 12s. So I draw 2 lines in between each one, which would split it up into 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So how many do I have shaded here? I have 3/12 plus 1/12 equals 4/12. If I do it numerically, I have 1/4. I can multiply that by something to equal 12s. Well, 4 times 3 is 12. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 1 times 3 is 3. So then this 3/12 replaces the 1/4. 3/12 plus 1/12 equals 4/12. Alright, I want you to go ahead and do C, D, E, and F on your own, and then come back and check your work with mine. And I'll give you a brief synopsis of mine after you come back. Okay, so I did letter C for you, and I took one box and broke it into sixths, and then I took another box and I broke it into thirds. Then I shaded in 1/3 and 2/6. Well, then I took this and broke it apart into sixths, so now I have 2/6 shaded and 2/6. So 2/6 plus 2/6 equals 4/6. I can also take 1/3, multiply it by 2/2, and I get 2/6. Same concept. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to make this a little bigger so you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and do letter D with you. So I start with 1/2. Okay, and then I have another one that is 3/8. Okay. So I'm going to use a pencil and I'm going to shade 1/2. And I'm going to shade 3/8. 1, 2, 3. So this is 3/8. This is 1/2. Okay. Now I'm going to take my eighths and I'm going to make it into, or my half, and I'm going to make it into eighths. Because that's my bigger part. And I can make my bigger part into smaller parts. So now I have 4/8 shaded. So 4/8. The 1/2 gets replaced to 4/8. 4/8 plus 3/8 equals 7/8. If I do it numerically, well, I've got 2 and 8, so I need to get that 2 and 8. So I have 1/2. How am I going to make 1/2 into 8s? So I'm going to take 3/8, or I'm sorry, 1/2 times something over something to make it 8s. Well, I know 2 times 4 is 8, so 1 times 4 is 4. So my 4/8 now replaces my 1/2, just like it did there. Okay. All right. Okay, I brought the window out just a little bit so we can do letter E together. In letter E, I have tenths. So I'm going to make this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should make it into tenths. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to shade 3 of those tenths. Okay. Then I'm going to make another one and I'm going to make it into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes it into fifths, and I'm going to shade 3 of those to make it, 3/5. Okay. So here I have 3/10. Here I have 3/5. Now I'm going to take the fifths and I'm going to divide those fifths into tenths. So I'm going to use my pencil. Maybe it'll be a little bit different color. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I have 10 lines. And if I count them up, I didn't shade any more. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shaded. So 3/5 equals 6/10. So I can say, okay, so if I did this numerically, I would have to take my 3/5 to make it 3/10, or to make it into tenths. So 3/5 times something over something is going to equal something over 10. So 5 times 2 equals 10. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. 3 times 2, we end up with 6/10. The same thing that we ended up with over here. So now I can rewrite my problem. 3/10 plus 6/10 equals 9/10. Go ahead and do letter F and then come back and check your work with mine. Alright, I want you to go ahead and I want you to pause it and check your work with mine for letter F. Okay, I am running out of time on this video, so we are going to make a part 2 for lesson 20, and we will start with number 2 on the next video. So go ahead and look for that next video and play that for number 2, lessons 20.